What's up, guys? What's happening? That's right, we're making it happen. It's your boy here, the Warrior, once again coming at you with another video. And this is the opposite video to my other video, kind of sort of thing, on the bulking on a budget. This is not so much bulking on a budget, this is now a cut and a quick look at the foods that I have on a cut, or when it's on some sort of calorie deficit diet or some sort of program that you're using to lose weight. This is the foods that I use on some sort of cut, you know, opposite to the bulking foods, and you'll be surprised in what you're about to see in the difference on a bulk and the cutting. So let me just show you some footage of some of the stuff that I've just bought at my local supermarket, Asda. Special shout out to Asda, sorting me out with all my gains. Special discount code. I'm only joking, guys, I don't get no discount code. But anyway, this is some of the foods that I have for when I'm on some sort of cutting phase, and there is no actually major difference. So let's have a quick look and butchers in all my bags and see what we've got inside. So look, we're going to pretty much start off with the most important stuff. I know a lot of people think the protein stuff, like this is the important stuff, but to me, the most important stuff is your fibres, alright? Just got some peppers here. Bit of green, yellow and red peppers, mixed peppers again, and we've got some bad boy baby spinach. I only get about 2 bags of that at a time. If you have seen my previous video on the bulking on a budget, I buy everything in bulk, but the spinach at the moment I've only bought 2 bags. Reason being is they go off really quickly. As soon as you open the bags, there's like an expiry date like ticking down from the minute you open that bag. So I buy them as and when I need them. The baby spinach, you know, these are great source of fibre, iron, magnesium. You know, it's got everything that you need, and it's also a good source of protein as well. You know, if anyone does know Popeye the Sailor Man, he does get his spinach in, so you know, make sure you get your spinach in as well. I like to get my spinach with my eggs in the morning. But that's my fibres, and my other source of fibres as well, apart from peppers and spinach, is frozen broccoli. I know a lot of people, I know most people would probably tend to get the fresh broccoli sticks, or whatever you want to call them, trees I like to call them, but I like to get mine frozen because you know, bulking, you know, you need to buy a lot of it. I eat a lot of fibre as well, so buying them stems, you know, one of them stems probably get me about 2 meals worth. So if I'm eating 7 meals a day, I'm gonna have to buy a lot of stems, and I ain't really got the room in my fridge for them. Plus the broccoli, I get a lot more in it, a lot more cost effective as well. So that's what I just like to use. Other stuff I have, some more peppers, and some bananas. Got to get some sort of fruits in, and my fruits are bananas. I get these in my shakes, my post-workout shakes. Good for potassium, you know, and some quick, simple carbohydrates to get the glucose straight into the bloodstream. As soon as you finish the workout, get that insulin spike. That's what I like to use straight after a workout. And then some more bananas in there, guys. We got some brown rice. I got brown rice because I'm not a racist. Only joking again but the brown rice I like to use as it is a more complex carbohydrate, slow releasing. Again, there's nothing wrong with white rice. I do have white rice in the house, but when I'm on a cut phase or some sort of diet, I'd rather use complex carbohydrates than simple carbs. It's just something that I like to use. Again, this is not a this is what you got to use and this is what you're not got to use. This is just what I use on some sort of cutting phase. So yeah, I've got some brown rice, 2 stacks of brown rice. Again, everything I've got here will probably get me about a month's worth of food, thereabouts. So as you can tell, I don't get that much brown rice in if that's going to last me 2 months. I get 1 brown rice meal a day in. And like I say, I do like to switch up my sources of carbohydrates and proteins as well. So I don't just stick to brown rice every single day. I'd switch up brown rice, sweet potato, oats, and obviously bananas as well. So I've got some simple carbohydrates and mostly complex carbohydrates in my diet. And for all you pussies out there that don't really like using virgin extra olive oil, here's the Fry Light 1 cal. This is the next best thing to use. There's only 1 cal in the spray. It's the same stuff, extra virgin olive oil. It's just less calories in there. So many people out there are too afraid to get EVO, which stands for extra virgin olive oil, on, you know, their foods. You know, if they're having eggs in the morning, they don't like to use, you know, the natural stuff. This stuff here, you know, people don't want to use that stuff. They're too scared of it. They're afraid of it. It's like high in fat and so much calories in it. It's calorie dense. They don't like using that stuff. Personally, there's nothing wrong with that. I do use it. I have 1 dessert spoon in most of my meals. You know, I just sprinkle that on top of my meals. My rice meal, sweet potato meal, chicken meal, whatever it is, I do sprinkle some of that on there on top. You know, it is actually really good for you. You know, you need them essential fats in your system. I'm not going to go in great detail why, but I will do that on another video. If you do want to know, let me know down below if you want to know more detail on EVO. But if you are afraid of them calories, use the Fry Light. And if you are obviously, of course, on some sort of calorie deficit, that's really benefits for you guys. And as always, the bro foods, you've got to get in the bro foods, guys. Chicken breast fillets, again, frozen, because I can get more of them. I can stock up on more of them, and it does work out cheaper. I do like my chicken fresh when I can from the butchers, but at the moment, as always, I'll be sticking to frozen because I can buy more of them and get them stocked up. What else do we have in here, guys? We've got diced beef. This is my red meats. I love to get some red meats in last thing at night. Slow protein digestion. So, you know, I can eat this and it takes up to about 8 hours or so to slowly digest these proteins as my last meal. It's got creatine in there as well. But yeah, I get this in 1 meal every night. It'll be my next meal as well tonight. I get this extra lean as well. There's about 3% fat in this British dice, so when I'm on a cut phase, I make sure my beef is extra thin cut, so there's less fat in there. Same with my turkey breast. I have turkey breast steak slices here. Normally I get the diced or minced turkey breast, but I've gone for this option today because it's a lot cheaper, and the mince that I was getting was higher in fat content. I think there was about 7% fat, where this is, as you can see, it is thin cut British steak slices, and there's only 3% fat on these steak slices. Other than that, we've got some more steak in there, guys. No need to show you. And we've got some more complex carbohydrates with sweet potato, which is, guys, if you didn't know, is a source of vegetables as well. So it is good in fibre and potassium as well. It's got some good potassium in there. I'm a big believer on getting some sort of potassium and sodium into your diet. It doesn't have to be nothing majorly high. Make sure it's small content. A little sprinkle of sodium here, a little sprinkle of sodium there, and some potassium from your vegetables, from your fruits like your banana and sweet potato as well. Other than that, as you've noticed, if you have seen my bulking video, if you haven't, the eye's just popping up somewhere there now. Go check that out. But you'll see that the videos are pretty much similar. The food has the pretty much same stuff. But when it comes down to the cutting, it ain't about changing food. You know, there's no special magic food out there that makes you lose the weight. All it is, it comes down to 2 things: your intake and your output. How many calories you intake and how much output you put into your workouts. You know, how much you're burning off, you know. So when you want to lose weight, all it is simply, you got to be burning more calories than you eat. It is simple than that. So you can be, right, I won't stress that you can eat anything, but there, to a degree, you can eat pretty much most foods and still lose weight. All you have to do is keep a calorie check. Make sure you're eating enough calories, but not too many that you're in a calorie surplus, and not too low that you're on a seriously low calorie deficit, but a moderate calorie intake, slightly lower than your normal bulking phase, and slowly reducing that, or upping your output. That is simple as it gets, guys. You know, you don't need to be eating all these special foods. You know, you don't need to be eating fish and rice cakes. Fish and rice cakes ain't gonna make you lose dramatic amounts of weight instantly. You know, it's about eating the foods that you do have and what works best for your body, because everyone is different as well, guys, and slowly taking away some certain parts of the nutrition out, mainly your carbohydrate sources. Don't take away your proteins. I recommend keeping it to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Your fats, you want to keep that somewhere about 20 to 30% when you're cutting. It can be high, it might be light, again it depends on the individual, but I say recommend guideline is about 20 to 30%, and then slowly reduce your carbs. But again, some people can cut differently. Some people can lose weight eating 350 grams of carbohydrates. Some people lose weight eating only 50 grams of carbohydrates. It's everyone's different. You have to find out what works best for you. You have to find your guideline and then slowly reduce them calories gradually, week by week. And as well, I can't stress enough, it's not a sprint, guys, alright? It's a marathon. You have to pace yourself, okay? If you're losing anywhere that any more than 2 pounds per week, so if you're losing somewhere like 3, 4, 5 pounds per week, you're more than likely eating away at your muscles, okay? You want to be looking at somewhere about 1 pound to 2 pounds per week. That is pretty much the standard amount of body weight you want to be losing per week if you're on some sort of cutting phase or just losing weight. This ain't about just bodybuilding and dieting for shows and getting that seriously shredded look, you know. This could be just for the general average mothers and older people out there who want to just lose some weight. Lose your weight gradually, pace yourself, and the results will come, and you'll be able to be healthier, you'll be able to feel fuller for longer, you'll be able to feel better in yourself, and you won't be starving yourself so dramatically and then end up falling off the bandwagon. But anyway, I wanted to try and keep this video short for you guys, but I do like to ramble on. When I get going, I get going. But that's pretty much all the foods that I have on a cut or some sort of diet phase when I'm entering a calorie deficit. You'll notice that it ain't no different for some sort of bulking phase. All you have to do is keep your proteins moderate on the bulking phase and then just up your carbohydrates. I always say, whatever my cut phase is, I always up my carbohydrates on a bulk phase about 60 grams per meal, and then keep going from there by maintaining, watching my figure, checking the scales, looking at results, progress, and so on and so on. But anyway, that's a different story. I hope you did enjoy this video, guys, and as always, like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the love, and until the next video, keep safe, make it happen.
Kenny Day.
Peace! Pay for it all. One thing I will always say, buy in bulk, okay? If you are bulking up, cutting up, whatever it is, you always buy it in bulk, because the big amounts of food that you buy